What's up, everybody? I'm doing a request. This will be the last one I do today. But it's an artist that I like, so I'm looking forward to it. We got some new music by, as I would say it, HIPHOPOLOGIST. As he would say it, HIPHOPOLOGIST. That's how it sounds on the track. And KAGAN, who is a producer that I really like. So I'm excited. The song's called Batman, and it just came out. We'll get into it in just a minute. Before I do, a few things, like and subscribe, obviously. I've got my latte, which is critical, obviously, to these. I don't speak Farsi. Please remember that. So my analysis of the lyrics is likely to be negligible. And don't be a dick, right? You may not like this kind of music. You may not like me. It's okay. But I try to be really respectful and thoughtful when I do these, and I would ask that you guys keep the comment section nice and friendly. All right. I did redo my nails finally because the U.S. lost. R.I.P. to my soccer team. But let's get into it. This is HIPHOPOLOGIST and KAGAN with Batman.
Yo, دکتر رفو رو بیت کاگان قوی بمون جامعه ضعیف میخواد تو رو به طلب حریف اینو با هیپ هاپ مخالفن به اسکینی گنگ میگن نحیف قوی بمون همه جا پر لاشخوره تو هنو ماسی داشه داشخوره مسخرم میکنی موهاتو باد برد ولی نمیدونی چی دارم داشبورد فکر میکنی یه دونه دارم پاسپورت قلابی 1000 تا واسم آب خورد مجبورم ایران بمونم واسه مادرم ولی نمیخوام رپ کنم با سانسور قوی بمون آدم ضعیف از رپم پشت بوم دماغم برفه تو نخو واسه ما بکشی کد پرداخت کردیم اومده قبضه قوی بمون با آخرین سرعت دمی شامی باش واسه دخترت خشم تو تبدیل به کلمه کن بمونه یک اکس فوش سرت اونا تو یو اس بهش میگن 12 گنگای ایران بهش میگن یک اکس میگن داشی میخوندن اینت کیزشه ببینی شده عشقله رپو میگن باش بیا لو همو میدن با 70 کیلو رسیدم به صدر نگو گنده اونا منو دیدن میشناسن هم پایتخت خطر از تو دختر گد نیست ولی میگه علف تو لندن بهش میگه بدبی اینجا بهشون میگیم پرستو فرق داری نه گروه خونی با گروه موجه اگه مجاسه نمیخوام توتونا رپرای یوکی بهش میگم مندن وقتی غروب جمع میشیم لای ستونا میذارم تو جیب میگیرن تو دست بچت مال تونی مال کوچه از ایران واسه تبکر ادبی حتی تو محدودیتم خونه از قوی بمون ضعیفا میشن تومه سیلی باش توی صورت گنده چیزی که بهشون نمیدی فرده چیزی که اونا میکنن هم تخمه قوی بمون اگه حقت باشی قوی بمون چون حقت داشی بزن حرف حقو بدون پاچی زیاد از حدم میگن تو ماچی قوی بمون تو باختی تو فایت یه روزی میبری نمیخوای گاید قسم خوردم واسه نجات آدما الان میچرخه دورم رد لایت قوی بمون اینو میفهمن قوی و طوفان جو که واسه پسر دریا منم یه روزی میمیرم هرچی ولی این شغلا میمیره هریا قوی بمون قدرت خودش دراگ پنز و دراگ بده قدرت قوی بمون اونا که بهت میگن بلادی فرق نره براشون زنده و مرده قوی بمون این آدمو بی‌رحمن متولد دی سخت‌تر بهمن میرن استیچ میکنن دارم پک من چون ترجیح دادم بمونم بعد من میگم با استوری میذاشتی حتما آنتی سوشالم مخفیم بدبن گندم دی ان ای نمیخوام قدمن کلی آدمو شفا داده مدمن خاکی بودنم صدمه دیدم وگرنه باهاتم وسط میهن تو گرمای جنوب گفتم به کاگان یه روزی شرام ثمره میدن قوی بمون چون آدما ضعیفن ولی رخ قوی میگیرن جلوت مثل من بود شکم باش ولی کن نذا کسی ازت بسازی یه بود قوی بمون کنارتم برو ولی خودت بمون واسه خودت یه گوت منم تو کلینیک سرم کلینیک کنارتم نمیخوام باشم یه صوت دکتر رفو
All right. I like it. Obviously, as I mentioned at the beginning, I don't speak Farsi. I wish I did. I've been reading this book about ancient Persia, and they actually are using a lot of the early Persian, Middle Persian language to describe things, which is really cool. But I don't understand it, unfortunately. Maybe someday, I'll be able to buckle down and learn some. But for now, I'm just going off of vibes. I really like KAGAN. I've heard it said so many. I would say KAGAN, right? His production is so good. He did the Canada Veggie 2 beats. And he's done a bunch of stuff that I like. I really, really love the high minor synth that kind of runs through this. That's not something that we get a lot of in the US. Our music tends to be more centered around major scales, and you know the even the scale systems that we use to like teach music are different from I know this, right? I know that that's true. I don't know enough to get into it. There's like the Lydian scale, and I'm not sure which one we use. I just know that we use a different style of like scale to build music with. And so I really enjoy the minors. I really enjoy the sort of it just sounds a little bit more eerie to me, right? As a Westerner. I really, really like that. The few bits and pieces of that we get are like Jason Derulo, actually, I believe it was Jason Derulo. Put that in a couple songs. Talk Dirty to Me, I think that's one of them. Right, you get a little bit of klezmer, a little bit of that Eastern minor influenced music, and it's really, really effective. I don't know why more people don't do it, but I really, really love that element. I don't know what this song is about, right? I heard him reference Iran a couple times. I believe I heard UK. I believe I heard USA. I don't know, right? I'm picking up what little pieces I can hear, and I'm not even sure if I heard those, but I think I did. But I have no context. So, you know, if anybody wants to fill me in on, you don't have to break the whole song down. Just like a little bit of a heads up on what this is about, why he's Batman, what he's saying about himself that means he's Batman. That'd be cool. I always appreciate that. I think that'll do it though for this one. Thank you for the recommendation. There's some other stuff that I've got to get to. I know people have been asking for it, and I'll get there eventually. But like I only do 4 of these a day, and I've only got so much time. So just stick with me. We'll get there. And I'll finish up with just a little bit of geopolitics. I will say what we have been seeing in the West, which I generally try to stay away from big dramatic pronouncements that we tend to get, right? What people are saying over here is that the morality police have been suspended, right? I don't believe that. I assume that's just PR, right? I assume that's just sort of propaganda that is being used by Iran to try and either convince people to stop protesting or to convince people to stop supporting the protesters because, well, they got what they wanted, right? I don't believe that. I don't believe that anything has really changed. I hope it has. If it has, please tell me. I'd be very happy to hear that things are changing for the positive, but I don't really believe that that's the case. And so in the meantime, people are still fighting. People are still in the streets. People are still struggling against a system that is oppressing them. And frankly, as Americans, right? I'm an American, you guys can tell. As an American, I should support people who are fighting against oppressors. Always, right? That's ostensibly why the United States exists, is because we were being oppressed by the British. Now, there's a lot of reasons why that was a convenient sort of justification for why we started a war. But as a country that didn't exist on its own and then decided it was tired of being colonized and ruled from far away, we should be on the sides of people who are fighting against their oppressors. And what's happening in Iran right now is fairly oppressive. It's great if you're part of the oppressing class. right? If you have money and power and you're in charge, that's a great system. If you're anybody else, not so good. I don't want to speak too much on it because there is I don't know if you all have this sort of concept, but I can say mean things about like the school I went to, right? I can talk about how bad it was. I can say mean things about the place I'm from. I can talk about how backwards it is or how little we have. But if somebody else wants to talk about it, then it's a problem because you're not from there. You don't have the right to talk shit about the thing that I'm talking shit about. So I don't want to speak too much on what's going on in Iran because I don't know. I don't know how people feel. I don't know how, what the general sentiment is. I don't want to speak on that. But I will just say what I always do, which is my sympathy, my heart, my concern is with the people who are being injured, right? Both physically and also just generally, right? With the systems that are, keeping them down. I want people to be free to live the lives they want to lead, whether that's being religious or being not religious. And so my concerns are with the people who are in the streets right now. More power to them. May they be protected and successful. That'll do it for this one. Thank you guys for watching. Have a good day. Stay safe. Drink lots of water. And do not talk to the police.